Good morning. All right, this is Caron Masado, and I will be continuing my talk on boys and the different development stages of boys. Now, before I go there, I've been doing my research, and more than 1/3 of our nation children have no father figure. And over 90% of our household have the parenting role being done by the birth mother or grandmother. This was a statistic that was done by Statin in 2014. Now we're having issues in Jamaica. We're having an average of 3 murders per day. And we're not at war. 3 murders per day. And these murders, most of them, 90% of the murders, are committed by boys and men. And the average age when these murders happen is between the ages of 16 to 25-year-old. Now, I'm going to be talking to you about testosterone. Keep in mind what I said. The murders are committed by boys and men, and the highest set of murderers are between the ages of 16 to 25. Not that you don't have men older that are committing murders, it's just that's the highest age. Now, there's this thing called testosterone in boys. Remember, I spoke about in the last video that when they reach adolescent, the testosterone kicks in. It's not that female do not produce testosterone, but boy produces testosterone at an average of 8 to 10 times more than girls. So we produces a small amount of testosterone near our ovaries, but boys produces 8 to 10 times more testosterone than us. When this testosterone kicks in, it affects a lot of things in the boys. One, the facial hair starts growing, the voice deepens, you have the Adam apple, the muscles start growing, and it also affects behaviors. Testosterone peaks at 16 and go all the way up to about 25 years old. It starts to normalize at about 30 for men in men. Remember, 16 to 25 is the peak period for testosterone in boys. Testosterone not only affects physical changes in boys, it also have mental changes in boys. It increases aggression, dominance, where they want to dominate things, competitiveness, and they're highly sexual at that age. So, not only does the testosterone changes their physical body from boy into men, but it also affects their mental. Now remember what I said to you. Testosterone spikes 16 to 25. The highest rate of murderers amongst men are 16 to 25. Most of these boys, and I can tell you this because I said to you I have 3 boys and I've counseled many boys, don't understand how to handle these changes. And most mothers do not understand these changes that the boys are going through. And as a result, they are left unchecked. They become emotionally deficient. They're left without understanding, and when testosterone is at play, they revert to their natural instinct of responding to things. And if aggression is one of these natural instincts, if anybody step to them, they're going to defend themselves because the testosterone in them is raging. Now, we have reached in an era, we're living in an era where we have thrown out facts and we're relying on opinion and feelings. But these natural occurrences that happens in the development stages of boys are real. And we can see that the hand that rocking the cradle do not understand how to raise these boys properly. And it's not because they don't try, it's because we don't get the teaching. As I said to you in my other video, I got the teaching early. And so I was able to identify. Sometimes we look at the boys and we say, not so lazy. Oh, we don't get up out of the bed. I don't know what. Not knowing that when this testosterone kicks in, it makes them want to sleep because their body goes through growth spurs. Unlike girls, where we grow at a gradual rate, boys have growth spurs. So today, their hand is 3 inches. Tomorrow, it is 5 inches, and so they are clumsy. It's because the growth happened overnight. Their brain has not yet calculated. So yesterday they were able to reach for something and their hand was at that level. And tomorrow when they get up in the morning and reach for it, they bounce it over because they had a growth spur during the night. And then they just want to sleep. And it's not that they're lazy, they're growing. But they don't understand because we beat on them and we say, you're lazy, you're clumsy, you're idiot, you're man. You need to be like this, you need to act like this, you need to be a man, toughen up. Because we don't understand. We don't understand that they have emotions, that they hurt, just like our girls. That when you speak to them a certain way, when you say, you're coming like your workless daddy. Are you not good for nothing? You see your sister better than you. Your sister do better than you in school. We abuse them mentally. I'm not even talking about the physical abuse now, because we know that we're having that problem in Jamaica where we're physically abusing our boys. But the mental abuse that our boys are going through because we don't understand as mothers how to nurture them as men, as boys, not as girls. I'm emotional about this because I've seen too many boys hurting. And as mothers, we project our fears on them. We're afraid they become like their father. And so we clamp down on them. And nothing is wrong with clamping down, but clamp down in a healthy way. Not in a way where you look at them and say, you're coming like your workless daddy. No, if he's at this age and he's looking for somebody to identify with, and then you are telling him that him like him workless daddy, what you expect he's going to be. And you do have the one or two that will come up, but they're emotionally scarred, and then they don't know how to treat us as women. Because just as how we are tough on them, they're going to be tough on us, because nobody taught them. I want to use an illustration. Nature can teach us a whole lot of things. Elephants. The male elephants go through a stage called muss, where testosterone is raging through them. And they've found that if these male elephants don't have the elder male in their life to help them, guide them through, they become violent. It is the same thing with our boys. Our boys have become violent because nobody is there in the home. And I said to you, 90% of our household are governed by a female. 1/3 of our population, children population, have no father figure. We have an average of 3 murders per day in Jamaica. And the crime is being perpetuated mostly amongst boys and men between the ages of 16 to 25, when the peak time for testosterone is between the ages of 16 to 25. We need to start understanding our boys. We need to start training. They are the fathers of the future. They are the husbands of the future. They are the leaders of the future too. It's not only girls that need training, boys need training too. I'll end this today, and let's see when I'll do another one. Thank you.